you know, to who is going to shoot it, to the sound person, and all of that. You have to choose and look for who you know are capable to do the job and do it.
Sorry, sir, one last thing. Sorry, I'm taking.
Yeah.
You know, there are some people that have much to shoot a movie. People like me do not have 100 million to shoot any movie, and I want to just start something. You know, you don't wait till you get stuff before you start.
Yeah.
So how do I go about that?
Start with the little that you have.
You know, this time around, I think we have a term in Nigeria where they say the movie is Netflix standard, some are YouTube standard, and the rest. So, and you just want to shoot something with the little that you have.
Start with the little that you have. I started with the little that I have on YouTube. I do YouTube films. Even the YouTube I do, I make sure that I do it to the best quality. People will see it. Go buy your phone, no lefi in 4K. For one good editor come back grade. People will ask questions if na phone have been a camera. Even if na 1 minute story, or 2 minute story, shoot it. Thank God for social media, IG, TikTok. Put it there. You can never know who is watching and who will pick that thing. And before you know it, you're where you're going. That's the spirit.
Okay, sometimes, with our students, maybe. And I am pleading, sir, beyond, I know Fikayomi is already on your mind. Beyond Fikayomi, I will appeal that we get opportunities for our students. Anytime you're having fame, you have to come and do extra.
For this stuff, most filmmakers that I knew, they're like this being Gaedun, and even today Kinani and some other persons, they were like, young people cannot make it in the film industry. I was like, you know, that will not be my case. That was even what made me come and do TAFTA. I did TAFTA with my village, everything my village. Yet, on a normal day, TAFTA does not accept under 18. Yet I got accepted. I know. So now, to my main question that I want to start with, how do you go about film script selection for you to produce it? Like, what are the things you see in scripts? Like, I'm like, okay, yeah, I want to produce this. And secondly, you as an advocate and someone who has experienced the bad and good of the film industry, what are you doing to support the aspiring filmmakers that are coming behind you? And thirdly, I also want to ask you that,
Conversations. Thank you very much for coming. We love you. And Lisabi is on the way. You just landed from House of God. You want to know how you are doing it. In the past 1 decade now, cinema films and features are almost like 50% of these films. They are either taking a lead role or they are taking a supporting, and we have been winning awards back to back. They want to become future award winners. They have their mentors. They have their mentor, and they have not
possible for me to like maybe be acting in your films, even if it is a role or 2 roles. Or by chance, can you produce my scripts?
Okay, if I see your script, maybe not. But if I see it and I see a prospect, who knows? We can try that. And then there is nobody too young to make it in life. So let nobody tell you you're too young to make it in life. When they say that, it's their own opinion, and their opinion does not define you. So you are your own warrior, you are your own power. So you can define yourself and tell whoever is telling you something cannot be done, that you can do it. Because you told yourself that it's going to be different in your case, maybe that made them accepted you here even when you are underage. So it's a sign that you can be prosperous even at your young age. It doesn't change anything. What other question?
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Omolara, a student of Moshidabela Polytechnic Mass Communication and also a TAFTA student. I have a lot of questions to ask, but I'm just going to summarize it. I came to know about like you from I think from one movie, Ayinla Alani, that no, Femi Adebayo was there. Yeah, and I was telling I was telling my sister last month that I need them to do the movie again, because I really love the scene that you played, because you were the apprentice of Femi Adebayo, and you were acting like feminine, the way you like everything. I love your versatility, how dynamic you are in when you are acting. You are not just an actor that just portray the fine boy look. You are a fine man, but you know how to switch. You mastered the art of, like, you've mastered your craft very much, that you know how to switch in a role. You are not just an actor that is known for portraying a sugar boy or something. And your part of your acting that I really appreciate is how emotional you are. You cry a lot. you cry a lot. I really love that about you. But I want to ask, like, do you have lots of alter egos? Because the way you adapt, even that emotional part. No, I'm not emotional. I've tried crying like in front of the mirror. It's not coming. My own crying, like I express it with my mouth and maybe, but that tears, even before my eyes will turn red. I don't know. Maybe once I use, because they do tell us back then that maybe they use rope, they put rope underneath the eye bag and it causes them to cry. Is it your experience that makes you so emotional, or you just do you practice crying? I want to know.
Okay. So
that's my question.
Nice. It boils down to everything that I've said before. It is easy for me to switch and get into a role because I have rehearsed a lot before it comes. I have prepped for a lot of it before it comes. So it's easy for me to just dump myself into it and add one or two to it. That's how I said rehearsal is important to you every single day of your life. Pick on different characters, act it, build it, keep it, act it, build it, keep it, act it, build it, keep it. So when the script comes, it's easy for you to just, Then the crying thing, person who don't suffer well for life. Go no what it takes to cry, So if tears is not coming to me naturally, there's a way I cry naturally without thinking about anything. And there is a way I don't cry. I have to go back to memory lane.
My name is Lateef Adedimeji from Akoli. Muslim mathematician. Actually, I'm in the I want to ask the question, sir, with the view of the current industry. I could remember back then, the movie industry predicted more on Lagos life. But ever since Ayinla was released, it changed. So I want to know what gave you the thoughts of going back to history. And then after Ayinla, you also take part in some movie, but now you come back to Epic, and the one is about to release on 27, which I will do my birthday.
Right.
So, sir, I want to know what gave you the thought of that. And now going by now, the industry has now changed totally back to the Epic. So what inspired you to that, and what is the idea was to know in the Epic aspect now?
Okay. So I'm going to put a question to you straight. How much of history do you know?
Thanks, sir. I'm an art student.
Okay.
So back then in school, I learned literature.
Okay.
So I do read more. I'm good in poetry. So I dwell my time on literature. So I read a bit of the one I know.
Do you know the story of Marshall Gan before you saw the film?
Yes, sir. But there's something they say that when the eye and the brain connect together, it gives more authentic
That's where we're going, and that's what we want to do, and that's what we're doing. So, you know the story, but it's not sticking as much as you want it. Now we're bringing it back and giving it to you on your screen, and then you're more attached to it, and then you value it more. And then we're going back that memory lane because a lot of us, we are losing out on our culture, on our stories, on our tradition. We prefer to embrace Troy. We prefer to embrace all of those heroes in their own play, in their own country. What happens to our own heroes? And then our own heroes, they are not just heroes who they go only for Gongbelo, only you know a lot of things. We are not supposed to get off that line. And then I shock you. Even our stories, epic stories, sells more in other countries of the world than even our own country.
So I have a question again. What's going to like your personal story usually comes to Abeokuta? Lisabi is Abeokuta, and Lateef Adedimeji. Why?
That's where I come from. You know, this is where I come from. The best I could do is to tell the story of where I come from. I can't tell the story of another person like I'm going to tell my own story. I can choose to want to tell another person's story. I will go make the research and all of that. Then I will tell my own story. I will still make research, but it is easier for me to blend into than looking for stories that are far away. But for me, I'm basically telling epic stories like that. So there is a lot of...
The thing is that actually, man focus learning. So in terms of me, I went to Arabic school, so really cute. So man need the shampoo program me once in a while. Man so I was like, I'm not from graduate. Actually, this girl said once to me because like our father in Pekin, so he missing. Our parents me, our father me so I take him with the team noticing pay I have this music stuff, so it's not about that thing. So it's after that got me, understand? So in terms of this music stuff, so there was a time we posted you and the band. I was like, So yesterday I saw the graphic that we were coming to this place. I was like, and I have a show. So more fellows show here because the man more lost me. So I just have to I have to come here just to. It got me very sick. I want to emphasize myself to you that. Me. So I have Olorin man for motivator me. So permit me to just magic cause of my people is possible. I want to moye lomo silebu. I want to niko sewu. I want lotumbu. This life, magic so. This life, nobody.
Accolades, trying to like appreciate you. So I don't want to repeat what they have said, but you are doing a very great job, sir. So my own question comes with, okay, my name is Adelanokwu Michael. My own question comes in the area of this professionalism of a thing. When you were giving us that lecture, you told us about being an actor and going through all the scripts. But I've been privileged to have like a little experience in this acting world, and then when you are not playing a major role in a particular movie, what they send to you is just the area that concerns you. So is it ideal for you as an actor to now request for the full script? That is number one. Because I've had that experience on set before that I now have to be asking. Even that one happens to be a big budget movie, but it's not yet out. Directed by Freda Mata, Fibiri Ibinabo, First Man, Fair Woman. So I was supposed to be a vice choreographer for the movie. And then when they were doing something, I was now asking, that, what's happening here? They now said, what we are doing is actually this inside the wall front. So I was asking about the costume because we are just about to start shooting. So they're not like, okay, it has been days that they have been fighting the war. And I said, okay, because I didn't have the access to the full script. That aside. The second one, the issue of this payment thing, paying 1,000 naira for a whole how many days and all those things. It happened then, but I think it should have changed now because due to some little experience as well, there is something that they call contract. that before an actor goes on set, you are supposed to sign and do all those, except you are just an extra who happens to be a waka pass. So I want to ask that, is there anything to protect the coming actors?
Right. Of course, I'll pick it from the very last one. Then it was like that. Now you can't want to call me now and tell me, come and act. But then I was a nobody. I was building up. It's more like me still in school. I need to read to pass the exam to get to the next stage. Pass the exam, get to the next stage. Eventually, when I got out, you will pay me what I deserve. So it was all of those were learning process for me. Because when you're not known, whatever you go through is a learning process till you're going to be known. And then eventually when you get known, you'll start placing a value on yourself. But you are not known yet, you are placing a value. What are you placing value on? That's what it means. Because if they do not give you the chance to explore, they won't also notice the strength that you have inside you. Even at this stage that we are, there are jobs that we will take, not because of the money, but we will take because of the projection of the job and where the job will project you to. At this stage that we are. I've taken script that I'm supposed to collect maybe 5 million and I choose to collect 3 million or 2 million. Okay.
My own question is that many of us, we are talented and we are ready to explore opportunities, but with the lack of access to resources, we cannot showcase our talents. So what are your advice for us?
Okay. You're talented, but there are no opportunities. This is one now. You're here. And it's free. And you're not just listening to me. You're going to be doing the practical works and all of that. It's an opportunity. Make use of it. Get other ones. Make use of it. If you hear them doing something somewhere, go there. Be confident in yourself to say, Because if you don't ask, people cannot just look at you sitting down and say, you get talent though.
My name is Adedimeji. I'm a graduate of political science and I'm a script writing student here. It's nice to finally meet you. And I'm really grateful that I'm here. You've really been a source of inspiration. Like she said, blessing, you killed it. The fact that you are everywhere is something that really amazes me. I used to say, if there is nothing, is it just 3 days ago that there is nothing Mr. Lateef Adedimeji cannot do? I've seen him done so many. The first time I noticed him, I don't know, maybe you still remember, but because of him, I never forget this movie, La Casa Obere Orisha. That was the first time I noticed you, and I was telling my staff, is he or not like this?
That was a great movie.
That was the first
time
I ever.
That was 4,500 in New York.
That was what, like, since then, any movie, I just want to check if he's in the movie since then. Because I just love the role. Like, sir, you're doing a wonderful job. So the question I want to ask you, someone like me now, I am a born actor. I used to tell myself, this is what I love doing. Even where I live, they call me wicked mother-in-law. You know that kind of, they'll be like, that role really fits you. Like, but I'm from a home where I dare not say it that I want to be an actor. That was what led me to studying political science. Even in school, my lecturer will always tell me, what are you doing in our department? Okay. This is what I've always wanted to. And when I got to Abeokuta, I found out about this place. It's a free something because nobody is going to help me or assist me when I tell them, this is what I want for myself. I can't say it out, but it's in there. People see it in me. In everything I do, they see it there. Now the question is, someone like us, someone who is really thriving. First thing, you answered my first question when you enter. I'm scared of fame because I'm like, what did my parents see me on screen? I've always been scared of fame. And people will always tell me fame and acting works together. But I'll tell myself, if it's possible for me to just see myself doing something underneath, as long as I'm on the stage, as long as I am speaking, that is what I want. I don't want the fame. That is what I've always been avoiding. Now, is it possible that I do this and I say I don't want fame. And another thing is, how are we going to do it when nobody is there? When people are saying your families are not supporting you and there is no way you can do it, or else you just want to go for it yourself.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, beautiful. Fame would come. Fame isn't something you ask for, and fame isn't something you beg for. If it is ordained that it's going to come on you, it's going to come. And there's nothing you can do about it. Then when it comes to parents not allowing you to do what you want to do and all of that, I think it's going to change. It's a matter of time. It's going to change. My father was like that. I would always lie that I have a paper presentation because they say I want you to read book and die. book. So I'm always lying. And then I was being trained by a non-government organization, and basically what we use in passing message across to people is acting, dancing, and then singing. That's basically what they use. And they picked me up as early as my GSS 3. So as at 99, 2000, I've been acting up and down, and I always lie that I have a paper presentation. They say, oh good, so give me paper presentation, you know what about? And he's about HIV/AIDS, sexuality. Okay, good, beautiful. Yes, sir. I'll go and act. But Dr. Loma Mumi, he said he would like to listen to my paper presentation. And I said, no problem.
Thank you so much. Anonymous, we have our students here. Please stand up to welcome you.